there of the Sopherone Saga right here in Penny Dragon. My name is Dave Gibson and I am the Dungeon Master and the creator for all things Sopherone. First up, let's get through a few announcements before we play some D&D. So, Penny Dragon business, Davian's Treatise of Peoples. We are live with Davian's Treatise of Peoples, Penny Dragon's latest Kickstarter. Davian's Treatise of Peoples, I've seen many times I can say this in this blurb, I should have really rewritten it, has a dragon's hoard of new stat blocks, backgrounds and more, plus a wealth of Penny Dragon add-ons to be purchased and stretch goals to be unlocked too. And I can confirm that several hundred backers that got in the first 48 hours will also receive a free one-shot adventure, Soured Relations. Something to do with a baker and some sort of sourdough golem. So if you missed out on that, don't fret. There are still some amazing stretch goals to be unlocked for some lovely loot. But do try and get in on the first 48 hours on the next one. So get over to the Kickstarter page and back it now. Just launched over on BackerKit. Not Kickstarter, BackerKit is Penny Dragon's latest $1 one-shot, The Rotting Mines of Copper Bend. The mines are calling, but something ain't right. Brave treasure hunters ventured forth, ambitious prospectors dug deep, none prevailed. But as Copper Bend's miners fall victim to a mysterious illness, and whispers of vanishings grow louder, Lady Adventure beckons. Will you solve a riddle? Probably not, it's D&D. And unearth fabled riches. Do you dare to uncover ancient secrets buried deep in the mountains? Or will you fall in the shadows of Crockpot Mountain, like all of those who came before you? Who knows? But if you back that $1 one shot over on BackerKit, you can find out. The Penny Dragon Mega Bundle, I think, is coming to an end soon. So if you haven't got it, let's get your ass over there to the web store and pick it up as soon as you can. It's packed full of exciting new lore, characters, monsters, magic items, and more, so you can build or expand your campaign library. With these fantastic additions. You receive 4 Mags of Holding, 6 one-shot adventures, Tales from the Lore Keeper and Monsters Escape, and Eisendore's Vault of Tragic Treasure. Plus, they bundle it all together and rolled a crit hit in the price, knocking the cost down by a whopper 70%. For just $37, you'll get 30 new monsters, 400 magical items, and over 800 pages of adventures. Head over to pennydragon.games to claim your bundle, but wait. That's an old blurb. I'm not going to read that out. So don't wait. Let's go over to the next part. Do it now. Get there now. Yes. So you can usually find the most recent episodes of Sopherone Saga right here on Twitch, while you're the VODs for this stream. And indeed, those streams are on the Penny Dragon YouTube channel. And they're all sorted nice and neatly into playlists. Give that channel a like and a sub, and we will love you forever. When he's not streaming with Penny Dragon, you'll find our very own Ryan over on twitch.tv/DRange Rhino, and we love him for all kinds of mischief as he plays various games from first-person shooters to platformers. Everyone is welcome, and if you haven't already, give this gentleman a wonderful sub and a follow and a sub, depending on which way you want to do it. Our merch store is also back up and running. Please click the link in chat, the panel in our bio, to get your hands on some lovely merch. Now, let's fire up the crystal ball, shall we, and see what the future might hold for the upcoming Penny Dragon streams. Unfortunately, due to real-life stuff, the Violent Madness is back on hiatus for a while, but fear not, our very own Stephen, who's up there. Where is he? He's up there, I think, or up there, depending on which way my camera is set, is going to run Sunless Citadel for us. After the rumours of a dragon appear to be fact and not fiction, our band of questionable heroes find themselves agreeing to rescue said dragon from the clutches of the Goblin Horde. As they make their way into unknown territory, Darothar's feline instincts kick in and he can't help himself but to touch a shiny object, causing a chain reaction, releasing yet another wave of undead creatures upon him. Can he make a cunning escape? Only one way to find out. Check it out. We've no Curse of Strahd on Tuesday with DM Carrick. He's got stuff to do, so we have a very own DM, first-time DM John, who also plays the Kobold. I forget his name. What's his name?
Okra,
the Kobold in Sunless Citadel. John is going to be running his first one-shot on Penny Dragon on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. He hasn't decided how he's going to torture us, but we will get a blurb and we'll get it onto you. But after that, on Thursday, DM Tom is back with Candlekeep Mysteries. So part 3 of Beneath the Bedded Chelumber is on Thursday the 21st, and our party of seekers seem to have mislaid the way through the mist-shrouded marshland. Surviving the encounter against the Blightlings, they managed to pick up a new party member with an odd mechanical addition, which I might add is also very creepy. Can they find the Sunken Wizard's Tower, or will they be the latest victims of this landscape? But the history is murky as its water. I don't know, awesome fucking blur, that was cool. And DM Ryan is back on Friday, the 22nd of September, with the Consequential Quadrivium, episode 6. The party travelled to the farm of old Mo McGregor to give him and his brothers, to give him his brother's will. to his farm. Having delivered the news, they were offered some work clearing up the prized vegetable patch for some coin. The party having dispatched of the threat, they start to interrogate the daughter of Mo, see what happens as they head back to Jin to let him know the job is done. So that is all of the stuff coming up next week. So let's thank, as always, our technomancer Christian, who is the Lord and Master of the Tech Dungeon, for keeping us in the air and looking sharp, and of course fireballing the trolls and goblins sometimes find their way into chat to bother us. I'd like to thank Kate from It's a Map for her killer cartography. She's responsible for all the maps you see. You can get her on all the socials on @It'sAMapIRE. All of the music, which is the jaunty little ditty you hear there above me, or below me, beneath me even, is tables from Tabletop Audio. They're up on the jukebox. You can also influence the game. You can use your channel points, you can use bits, you can use subs, you can use donations and tips to give us a wide-ranging plethora of benefits, such as healing advantages in a roll or bless, and they are all there. But please state in chat who you want to receive your boon, lest it go ungranted. And if it does go ungranted, I will take it. Now, with all that out of the way, let's meet our wonderful players. I'm going to start tonight with Fona. Who are you playing tonight, Fona?
I'm Fona, and I'm playing Scales, the Dragonborn Barbarian, who is taller than he is smart, for sure, but has a lot of heart and really, really wants to figure out where the ice cream man has gone, or the Tingy Num Num man, as the case may be.
Well, you've joined us on the right evening, because we are about to engage on that little side quest. Cool, let's go with Carrick next.
Hey, I'm Carrick. I'm playing Ren, the resident pyromaniac who has finally got his hands on Fireball, just to, not do anything at all. So he's kind of dealing with the embarrassment from that right now. But yeah, he's definitely still on the hunt to find out who the fuck is stealing his alter ego's identity. And yeah.
Okay, cheers. Stephen, you're up next.
Well, I'm Stephen, and I'm playing Erixium Grimm, the full human half of the Brothers Grimm, who is currently, who is a repentant sinner, and currently slightly paranoid of his new friends and their meanings.
Last but not least, our wonderful wizard Ryan.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as you know by now, and this evening I am playing supposedly the better half of the Brothers Grimm, Mzelu Grimm, the life cleric of the one true god, the Platinum Dragon.
Wait.
Oh, look at that!
Wait, what?
When did you get that, dude?
Oh, nice.
That's my Platinum Dragon mask.
That is fucking awesome. Okay, cool. With everyone introduced, we are down our half-orc druid Lamud, played by Jean, who will be back in a couple of weeks. And Derek is a victim of SCOM's tyranny, so we will have him soon. Thanks so very much, Gaming Melody, for the cheer of 10 bits. Here comes Fizzgig to say hello. It's always breaking the door down. There she is. Hey, hi. Fizzgig, look what's here.
Look at her.
Look. Every episode you come in now.
Yes, playing Werebear.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do a quick recap. So you join our heroes as they've arrived in the winter city of Artex, famed for its rejuvenating spring water, ice trade, and adamantine mines. Approaching the gates, the city guard, who recognized the two Artex natives at the party, Mzelu and Erixium Grimm, informed them that a masked vigilante who calls himself the Spectre has been murdering criminals by night. Clad in a very distinctive coat and mask, almost identical to the ones the party's wizard Ren carries. Seems the echoes of the wizard's past have resurfaced. Arriving at the family townhouse, Mzelu Grimm, I just need to delete that. Something popped up on my thing here. Discovered that his mother had recently left for wine country after receiving an invite to a wine tasting course from the vineyards of her favourite wine, Radolf Estate. Having survived the 2 attacks in the townhouse, one from the Dragon Cult, who Erixium spent time with many a moon ago, and another from the Chain, the Thieves Guild, that spans the continent of Sopherone. Our heroes are starting to realise that if they don't take the fight to one or the other, they may not last much longer. So, how many of these nightly assaults can they survive? What has the little sentient plant Prince Shane got to say about all this? And who or what is the source of the magical malady sweeping through Artex? There's only one way to find out. Let's play some D&D.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last we left off, you guys were just... Physically, you need to chill now. Last you left off, you guys were just... you just finished interrogating a member of the Chain, the Thieves Guild from Beyond the Grave. The last thing you asked. You want to bring me back to the last question you asked, Mzelu?
I would if I could remember what it was.
What is the stone that Dunstan has?
Oh, right, yes.
What is the stone that Dunstan has? And then with its last breath or its last otherworldly echo of a voice, you hear it croak out before the corpse just sinks back onto the ground, devoid of any sort of arcane energy, and you hear a shot of a phylactery. And it just drops to the ground. And it's at that point, your tall manservant Boothby, where have I placed him? Oh, yeah, there he is. Walks down the stairs and he goes, excuse me, sir. He walks up to Ren. He goes, shall we be calling the temple guard again, or do you have a plan to get rid of these?
These
things
don't seem to be cultists like the last batch. I don't know if we should involve the temple or the... Maybe this question is better posed for Mazellu and Erixium. They know the city better than me.
I see.
I mean, personally, I could shove them in a bag of holding, but I mean, it would smell bad, and yeah.
That would be your problem, sir, if you take on that burden. But, Master Scales, have you any preference as to what should be done with these bodies?
I can lift them if you want.
Yes, let's hold off on that until we find out where we need to lift them to. I shall go and fetch the Brothers Grimm. Well, good sirs. You can see, here is an image of what Boothby looks like. He's a 7 foot tall, kind of like off green and grey looking man. A benevolent expression with this kind of sagging skin. And he seems to be a very gentle man. But he's proven himself to be more than capable in the last fight. But you did see a tinge of regret and sadness in his eyes that he sort of had to go back to that. He had to go back to being that person, almost like Denzel Washington. Is kind of really bummed out that he has to go back to being that person and for a third Equalizer movie, even though he's going to make a fortune. He looks genuinely sad. So he walks up to Erixium and he puts his hand on your shoulder, Erixium, and he says, "Well, my boy, what are we doing with these bodies?"
Surprising! Once again, there were no city guard on patrol.
Well, there were. 2 of them came with you. Do you remember?
Yeah, and they went off to go and get Bartholomew, but we were told then that there was a massive ruckus at the front gate, and they weren't able to send him.
We have to save one of them, yeah.
I swear to God, dog. So he's kind of like he does genuinely want to help, but he's like he's kind of stuck as to what to do. So I was trying to get Kate to get the dog. After a while, he just begins to walk up and he just starts hauling this creature back, and he very easily, like he is he's like I say, he's about 7 foot tall, and he just has this thing by the scruff of the neck, and he's just dragging it like you would maybe remove a small terrier from your fucking room. Bye. So he brings it and he plops it outside the gate there, and he says, Sir Mazellu, what are your plans, please? It seems expediency might be the order of the day.
Would you mind getting the cart, please, Boothby?
I will fetch the car. I left it actually in the kitchen, as I feared it may be needed again. And Boothby lumbers off then, and he comes back. Well, he's gone for maybe 2 minutes. If you want to get through anything there before he comes back.
While Boothby goes to retrieve the cadaver transport system, Erixium wants to run up to the top floor and check on the door into Father's study.
Okay, you should be able to move yourself up. I'm not sure if you can move yourself between the two maps. Let me just see.
Oh, I think I can.
Yeah.
I can't
you
get
should
into
be-
the top floor because there's no window to access the
Okay, give me 1 second. I will grab you there. Where are you? Where did you put yourself?
beside the fourth
I
floor.
see you. I see you. Boop. So there you are. I'll
And
create
you
a
just-
little window there for the next time so you can make your way in. The door is locked.
Make my way.
The door is locked. You do hear inside your head, Sir Ixiom, is that you?
How did you learn my name?
Knowledge in the hells is essential, sir.
I'm not in the hells yet, friend.
Well, I am, sir.
Oh, yeah.
He says, I can't stay long, sir, but please consider either breaking those 2 circles inside there or else sending a delegation to the city of Dis to find me, sir. Sir Arthur, go away. Oh, gods, here they come! And you no longer hear the voice in your head.
Consider consideration.
And you return back down.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so the door is still locked. Did you open it to look in, or?
And if it's locked, he wouldn't unlock it, but if the key is in the keyhole, he's going to take the key for safety reasons.
Okay, so we now have a locked door. I think I'm the only one that can unlock it on Roll20, so you just let me know who has the key. I love you too. That's the last you hear of him. But then now, as you will remember, this whole top floor is scorched to fuck.
Yeah.
From the fireballs and all sorts of shit. It is could do maybe a little bit of repair. What you like to do?
So, Arixian will head back down to Mizelu.
Sorry, I just need to take 1 second.
There you go.
I'm sorry for this gig. This can't continue.
His gig is face gone.
No.
This gig is very
determined not to be gone.
determined.
You just want her dad, that's all.
Sorry, she's going bananas. And it was just like she's scraping the legs off me. Okay, cool. So you guys, so you're heading back down, Arixium.
Yeah.
And again, this top floor has been absolutely, it's heavily fire damaged and whatnot. So as you're up there, the rest of you guys up on the first floor, I will shift ping. Mazzello, at the ground here. There's a kind of a light sort of a light drizzle beginning to fall, and you do, Mazzello, you have the experience here and the local knowledge to know that it feels like that wet cold that it's probably going to turn into some sort of maybe snow or sleet storm. But right now it's not too abrasive. It's not too extreme. So Boothby eventually comes back then with that rickety old cart.
As Boothby rolls it past Scales will lift one of the corpses up and plump it on it.
Are you just like sort of carelessly throwing it on, or is there any sort of method to your madness?
How big is the cart?
It's one of those long ones.
Okay, so it's at least 2 corpses wide if the corpses were like put across it like over a saddle.
Oh no, you could have 2 corpses on it lengthways. It's one of those long ones that you could put logs on.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he'll kind of like, okay, he won't lay it down, like he does plunk it on it, but he's going to plunk it on it like from head to foot so that it's lying there, so that he can easily load the next one as well.
Okay, cool. You plop it on, and the cart goes, and Boothby goes, "Thank you."
Then he'll go get the other one. This
Okay.
one.
Yep.
And
You
you plunk
should
it onto
this one here. So we left click and drag that there. So what was the first one? It was this one here.
was this one here.
So let's plop them together. And there's one out here. The 2 guards. There were 4 in the end. Did one get away? I think one
One's
got away.
upstairs in the top floor, because that's the one we spoke to.
That's right. Okay, cool. It's around about this time that you would be coming downstairs, Erexium. And
Thanks, Nico.
oh, cheers for the bless, Nico. We appreciate you. And oh god, it's the wrong one. 1 second, I'm trying to find my. Here we are. A small halfling walks up along here. She's wearing a chef's hat.
Well, I can't see the road.
I'm gonna shift ping.
Yeah, I think I'm out like outside, but it's my lighting engine for some reason gone weird. I'm gonna try restart Roll20.
Yeah, cool, no worries.
I'm going to step in between the child and the body so they can't.
Well, it's not a
directly
child;
see
it's a
it.
halfling.
Oh, well. Do I
It's
know
a-
that though?
It's a halfling in a fucking chef outfit. But you can see the white apron. As small as it is, it's covered in sauce and it's covered in fucking like just grease and like what looks like the culmination of a full day's worth of cooking. They're either coming from work or walking to work, but it's still the hat on. I will shift C, that little halfling there. Little white hat. And they kind of stop and go, all right.
Good morning.
So, and she takes a step towards the door. She looks in and she goes, Is that a wheelbarrow full of cadavers?
No.
You're a bit nosy, aren't you?
Well, I'm not going to lie. The first clue was a dead body you're standing over right there. And then I look in, I see, is that a dragonborn?
No.
How about off you go?
Is that a dragonborn?
No, it's a lizard folk.
What?
It's a lizard
Hello?
folk.
Hello.
Are you
Little person.
dragonborn?
Yeah.
Ren was in the process of turning around to like do the like across the neck say nothing thing to Scales. And Scales just goes, yeah.
Is that a dragon? Can I say hello?
No.
Oh, my dynamic lighting's weird.
Delete your token and drag it back out. It fixed it for me.
Okay, cool, yeah. So yeah, if you go into the... Do you know where to find your token?
No.
So if you go into the third thing along the left, beside the eye, and then
Yeah.
you go to characters, you should be able to drag Scales out there. Do you know what? I'll do it for you. Give me 1 second. Delete Scales. I'm going to drag Scales back out. How's that now?
That is a bit better.
Okay, cool. What is it? Shift? What is it? Command P to see through their eyes?
No, Command L.
Command L, thanks.
What's command? Is it control L, do you mean? Or?
Oh, that's weird.
Control, sorry, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, nice.
I'm just going to turn off dynamic
Command
lighting
for you,
on this
'cause
map
it's-
for a while. Do dynamic lighting. This is turned off. Boop. Save settings, just for now.
There we go.
Okay, cool. And the halfling is like, right.
Gales is going to like bend down a little bit and hold out his hand to shake.
And she uses both hands to shake your hand. She goes, we've got to tell the temple. The temple know you're here.
What's I don't
Which
think so.
temple?
Temple of the Platinum Dragon.
Well, that's
Huh?
where I'm from, and yes, they're aware of it. So
Are they? There should be a parade or something. It's a miracle. You're a miracle. What's your name?
I'm Scales. Why would we have a parade?
For you. We
get
ain't
a
seen a
parade?
dragonborn here in years.
Oh, well, I've never seen a dragonborn except me in the mirror.
Right. Well, there
Yeah.
you go. We ain't seen one either.
I've never wished to have modified memory more than now.
Do I have anything
Hey,
I can do about this?
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Oi,
And she
you.
means to run off.
No, I'll grab him.
Eldritch Blast.
I was about to say whole person, but if
I
he
gotta-
grabs him, he grabs him.
I'm gonna pick him up by the back of their jacket or whatever.
Yeah, okay. All right. You can pick them up you can pick her up by the back of a kind of a black vest top that
Okay.
she's wearing, and then she, yeah.
So Scales, who was in the middle of waving goodbye, his hand sort of does this. Oh, okay, you're not going. Okay.
Yeah. And just lift them up so that they're like head height with me, and I'm just gonna say, mention this to no one.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, right. What he said.
So you think it's a wise thing to challenge what I'm telling you to do when you've just noted yourself that there's several cadavers behind me in my house? You think that's a good idea, is it?
Wow.
How about you just do as you're told and keep your mouth shut?
Make an intimidation check.
Order of the Temple of Bahama.
Starting to get a bit loose with that.
No, Ren said
30-20.
20. You're like quite close to your face. You hear a little, and all right, calm down. Yeah, we'll be all right. I promise. I'll say nothing. Thanks for the raid, Dazzler Cat.
Hey.
I always say thanks for the raid, but I think they're not going to hear it until like maybe like 30 seconds later or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, the legs are kind of dangling a little bit, and you can smell like roasted chicken and sort of fried potatoes and stuff like that off this halfling chef. Thanks for the raid. And yeah, she's like, "Oh, put me down."
Where do you work, by the way?
I don't appreciate what.
Where do you work?
Why would I tell someone that's after murdering a heap of people in a townhouse?
Do they make pies? Do you make pies?
We're not answering that.
What do you know about the goings on in town? What happened to the cones of cold?
What? I don't know nothing. Put me down or I'll shout for the guards.
You don't even know where you work, apparently.
I know where I work. I'm not going to tell the likes of you. Typical cleric, typical temple-like thing. You can order folk around, pick them up, and treat them like shit. There's a reason folks don't come to the temple of the Platinum Dragon anymore. You're all bullies.
And you're a typical busybody going around telling everyone news that is none of yours to tell.
Well, you might be.
And I just drop him to his feet.
It's a her.
Her, sorry.
Yeah. And she drops. Let me give her a little athletics check to see if she hurts herself.
It's only like 2 feet, but yeah.
15. She got a plops down. She goes, and she steps back and she goes, "Don't think you've not seen the last of me."
If I had a piece of gold for every time I heard that, I wouldn't need to live in this city.
I work in a restaurant somewhere in Artex. One day you'll come in. I'll spy you before you spy me. And I'll make sure when you order a pie, there'll be a big nugget of my shite in it.
No, that doesn't sound tasty.
You'll eat it. And then I'll come out and I'll go, "How did you enjoy your fucking shite pie? You shit." And she runs off.
Did Erixium hear any of this news coming down the stairs?
You would have heard maybe the last minute of it.
All right. Well, Erixium can't move. Can he? I can't get back there on the map.
Right, exactly.
Go on, do it. I know what you're going to do.
Are you going to Eldritch Blast?
No. When he comes out, he'll whistle to get her attention. And if she turns, she'll turn around and see the image of her body hanging from a rope.
Oh, shit. That's not what I thought you were going to do.
She looks and she's like, "Oh."
I thought you were going to do like Hunter's Mark or some shit.
Nah. He's here to threatening his brother, so you know.
I mean, threatening his brother is a little bit of a stretch, given that she's
that's
like
chemical warfare. So
she runs off. She's gone.
He's the evil one.
No, Solo, this isn't Arthur Strummer. This is half a Strummer.
Hey. Andy is giving a blast to the actual warlock. Shine him off.
Repentant sinner, Andy, but thank you.
After that happens, Ren will just like nudge Mazel and be like, "I guess you shouldn't order the pie anywhere until we find out where she works."
But I like pie.
Honestly, most of the food in this city is garbage anyway.
Whoa. Haven't really had a chance to taste much, but Fair.
I think Bahamut just fucking told me off.
Okay, so cool. So you guys are at this point. These two guards come running back with one or two other senior-looking guards. It's definitely not Commander Bartholomew. And as you run back, as they run back, you see this large sort of looks like a Goliath. He's wearing like sort of full half plate, and he's got this kind of just full black work tattoo all the way around his bald head and down. And he says, what has happened here?
Did Cuthbert and the other guy not go get you? We were attacked.
I'm asking you, what happened here?
Well, we were attacked. We defended ourselves, and yeah.
By whom? Who attacked you?
I mean, guessing by the gear, members of the chain. And Rhino kind of just nudge at the body below him.
From what I hear, this could be second time, very recently, that this townhouse has been attacked.
Lack security.
You are responsible for your own security.
Yes, and we cleared it up.
Yeah, we did, and also, I mean, is not what taxes are for, to pay for you guys to keep the city safe?
Cannot patrol all of city at the same time.
No, definitely not a hotspot 2 days in a row.
Yeah, definitely not wise.
Highly unlikely. Indeed.
Oh yeah, tell the jewelers district.
Yeah. You say lightning doesn't strike twice, but it clearly does in Artax.
What do you know about Jewelers District?
I'm good friends with Jenna Sharpspear.
Not how she tells story.
Oh, she speaks about me, does she?
By the way, is the silent image still there? Because
No.
okay, good. Yeah.
No, it was literally for the halfling to see, and then
And he says, maybe not 100% privy to what she says about you, but I've heard your name mentioned. Oryxium Grim.
What's your name, friend?
Philip, only joking. Helm.
Like the god?
There's no god in it.
Oh, it's not Helman. Okay, cool.
They call me Helm. On account that I've never found a helm big enough to fit my head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was because they had a blocked up throat. Anyway.
Different, so that. So, here we are again. And at this point, you hear this like, as Boothby walks out with Will in the wheelbarrow, and he goes, "Oh yes, I have some. And he begins to walk back.
These gentlemen just come.
And he kind of, and your man goes, hold on there, big fellow. What they bring them out.
It's okay, Boothby, the garbage men are here.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what did he say?
And Boothby goes, hello, sir. Yes. And he kind of tips him out onto the road. So that's 3. Do you have one up the top floor? Do you want to keep it or get rid of it? You cannot cast Speak with Dead again on it.
No. Yeah, no, you will be going.
Okay, so somebody, I'm going to assume for sake of expediency, where is it?
It was the top floor.
Where the study
I
is.
don't think we moved the token. I think we just said it was up there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Maybe.
So for expediency's sake, let's just say you get rid of them. And you guys can take your... Helm just looks at you guys and heads off, and he goes, don't leave town. I'll have some questions for you.
Maybe rather than having questions for us, you should check out that tavern up in the Jewelers District.
Whatever.
The something pillow, whatever it's called.
Poltergeist Pillow, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, maybe you should check that out.
Why should I check that out?
Because I believe those men frequented that bar.
He walks right up to you, without all of the bodies. He walks right, and he steps into your space, Mazzetto.
I guess he's taller than me as well.
Yeah, he is huge. Like, so he's leaning down over you, and he just like very Bane-like, do you feel in charge? When he just rests the back of his hand on your shoulder, and he leans in and he goes, "You more than anybody should know. There are places in this town folks go into, folks and do not go into. There are underground dens of thieves and cutthroats, and folks that would be anathema to the Platinum Dragon. They do not see you raiding them, or their hellholes within this town, although I'm sure you are aware of them. I would advise you to keep your childish exclamations to yourself, especially in middle of street. And maybe work within framework of this city. You, more than anyone, should know how it runs."
Okay, well, I've informed the guards now of where they facilitate, so I'll expect the guards to do their job and clean up the city.
Such short-sightedness from one who has lived here for so long.
You are correct, Helm. Perhaps instead of doing your job, you would be so kind as to supply us with a bigger cart.
That can be arranged.
Leave it right here.
I assume
we're definitely going to need it.
I assume it's for this current crop of bodies.
No, the next one.
He laughs. So that can be arranged. And he kind of heads off. He does a turn around, and his shoulder clips your shoulder and your jaw, Mazzetto, and he walks off. It hurts. It doesn't do any damage. It's a definite power move. Mm-hmm. He walks off.
We've seen a lot of these bodies now over the last 24 hours. Does he seem to have any familiar markings as to them?
These four definitely not. So the first group of folks had that thing where they had this brand on their tongue. And they were definitely dragon cultists. These just look like wrong'uns. Folks, and the way they're dressed is strange. Like there's no uniform. Some of them have rags, but underneath the rags are, is well-made leather armor, or some of them have studded leather armor and whatever else. They're all sort of differently attired and differently armored and armed. But
so there's no like teardrop like on each of them signifying nothing like that.
I mean, you would. I mean, I would go so far as to say that you would know that the chain do not have any kind of tattoo markings or anything like that. Anybody could be in the chain. Like Lord Mithrasma could be in the fucking chain. You just don't know.
Right.
You could have like, the highest in ability could be a part of the chain. It's just, so there is no identifying trait or whatever. So as they fuck off then with the bodies and stuff like that, the halfling's gone. Let me just delete the halfling because she's terrified. Boothby walks up to Uryxium and he goes, "Sir, would you mind joining me in the kitchen, please?"
Uryxium will just follow me on saying it.
Okay. He walks in. Let me just change this music. It's a little bit too jaunty. What music will we get for this? Not Harpy's Nest anyway. That's a little bit too much, isn't it? Okay. This might seem a little bit grim, but I mean, it's there for a reason.
The Brothers
Yeah.
Grimm.
We're grim for a reason as well.
And there's the other guy there. Look at him. Anyway, so Boothby walks over and he just takes out some. This is way too fucking grim. Sorry. Do you know what? I'm going to stick on. I'm going to stick on a little bit of that or something like that.
Graphics.
Sunshine lollipops.
Let's see. What are we going?
Tiptoe through the
No, please, no. Hate that song.
Sure. Look, I'll just fucking leave that on. Anyway, right. So, Boothby walks to the sink and he's close the door, sir.
Dunk.
And he just begins to sort of just start cutting vegetables. Looks like he's making some sort of soup, good soup, and he kind of looks over, and he's got these knife skills that are like you've seen before, but you just put down to maybe he's been a very skilled chef or something like that. But given that you've seen what else he can do with knives, you're like, oh, okay, this guy has some history. He's got some skills to pay the bills and all the rest of it. And he's just he's cutting some carrots and he starts cutting some potatoes and then starts cutting some leeks, tearing the skin off, washing the leeks to get the dirt out from in between them and all that kind of stuff. And he's you know, if I may inquire, sir, how are you? You all right?
Arixium's kind of I was taken aback with Boothby inquiring how he is as the less favoured. No, not in his father's eyes less favoured, but definitely in Boothby's eyes it was a.
Well, Boothby never. I will say that Boothby never showed any sort of preference or favoritism. Boothby was always very neutral and would look after everyone the same.
Oh yeah, except that I mean, Mazzella was the permanent residence, and in the younger years, Arixium was kind of only summer visits and that.
Okay, cool.
I'm quite alright, Boothby. Why do you ask?
Well, sir, he takes one step closer to you and puts the knife down very, very, very gently and very carefully. Puts the knife down and he says, well, sir, it seems well, I'm not unaware of the connotations of those brands on those creatures' tongues. And I'm not unaware of your, shall we say, history, Master Grimm.
Yeah.
And, well, son, I know you've been through a lot. And I've grown fond of you two boys. And just checking in, as it were. Is there anything I can do?
Oh, I thank you both, because you are like an uncle to us more than...
Indeed, sir, but I appreciate the sentiment. But how are you?
Oh, I'm as well as can be with one whose soul is forfeit, Boothby.
I've heard you say that before, sir, but is there any way you could retrieve it? Is there any way we could... Your friends, you seem to have surrounded yourself with capable folks. Do you think there's any way you could maybe encourage them or tap them to help you retrieve your soul, sir?
Well, this is not a matter I am familiar with, Booth, but have you heard in your years of life something I may not? Father ever mention the reclamation from the hells?
Well, sir, the only thing I am aware of is that souls are traded in the hills.
Oh, yeah.
They are currencies, sir. And whilst you're still alive, maybe there might be some way to retrieve yours. But existential issues aside, sir, how is Mazzello Jr.? Is he okay?
He is conflicted with the position of the governance. It is hard to tell.
You'll need to explain that to me, sir.
Well, of late, myself and her Mizella, we serve our lord, the Platinum Dragon, but politics seems to intermingle a little too much in the destinies.
Politics has always stymied religion, sir. It is the nature of politics and religion in Sopherone. Religion and temples and faith and beliefs exist solely upon the whim of King Gregor, and as I'm sure you don't need me to explain that to you, sir, but... And so, unfortunately, politics is a necessary evil. But that aside, sir, if you could keep an eye on the young sir, and just...
Always.
Very good.
I would throw myself up on a blade, Boothby, you know that.
Very good.
Upon mention of souls in the hells...
Indeed, sir.
Did Father ever mention a Sir Arthur Gawain?
Let's roll a d20 and actually, you know what? I have his character sheet here. 16. Let me just see what his modifier is. Let's go with history. +3. That's a 19. Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll deception for this. Do you want to roll insight?
Fuck yeah.
Let's go +11 on this. That's 21. I'll take the 21.
Yeah, my 15 again. Double to fucking you. That fucking
Yeah, I know, right? He looks at you and he goes, I'm afraid I don't. For a second, sir, when you said sir, I was like, I know most of the sirs in the churches and stuff. But unfortunately, Sir Arthur Gawain is not a name I've heard your father speak of. If you don't mind, sir, now that this has been taken care of, the last few nights I've not been sleeping well. I'm feeling exceptionally tired at the moment.
Yes.
I might...
You retire to your quarters, Boothby, but
Thank you, sir. You can see he does look a lot more tired than he normally does. And he looks like actually quite exhausted now that the sort of this fight and the adrenaline has died down. His body's kind of, it's almost doubled over with how tired he is. And he kind of just looks at you and goes, I haven't been sleeping well, sir, so I might try and catch some 40 winks. Yes, he opens the door.
I just want to say, Boothby, if the name of Sir Gawain rings no bells, I suggest you refrain from visiting the 4th floor.
No, sir, the 4th floor is your father's private domain, and I only do some light dusting.
Yeah,
and he kind of rubs his eyes, and you can see they're all bloodshot now, and he kind of like, I'm sorry, sir, I'm fit to fall down.
Yeah, get some sleep, Booth.
And he walks off. And as he walks off, he kind of heads for the stairs, and he actually stops in the stairs and sits down, puts his head in his hands. Oh, okay. Oh, I might take a minute before I face those stairs. You go about your day, sir.
With Boothby saying he's been having trouble sleeping, as Erixium kind of meets him at the bottom of the stairs, they put his hand on his shoulder and say,
sleep well, Boothby.
And I'll cast protection from evil and good on him.
Okay.
Why not go on? But just give the chap a chance.
Okay, yeah. Cool. You don't seem to notice any difference in him. But he is sitting there with his head in his hands on the stairs. And you almost hear snoring. So outside the house, what's going on?
Kels is checking out the bushes.
Yeah, Ren was going to say I'm doing the same thing on the other end, having a look because we haven't seen Lamud in a few days, or about a day at this stage.
Yep.
So Ren's just kind of looking through to see if he sees any greener than normal animals, or
Oh, wow. Okay, give me an investigation check then. DC is going to be crazy high for this.
Yeah. Look,
He's treating Lamud like Beast Boy.
no, but I don't know. He's never explicitly said whether they take on a similar color, so he's just having a look. 16. There's
no sign of Lamud in any sort of wild shape form or anything at all. How about the rest of you? What are you guys doing? Mazzillo? Scales?
Do any of the bushes here look like they have berries or might be tasty?
Nature or investigation, whatever you like.
Scales gets food poisoning immediately.
I will go with nature, I think. Where is investigate? Oh yeah, nature, definitely.
That's a 6. You do find a couple of red berries that look very tasty.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Scales is going to eat
They're
a couple of those.
big. How many? Do you want to roll a d4 and see how many you eat, or do you want to just say you eat all 4?
Well, he'd eat one to see if they were tasty first, and then if it's tasty,
let's roll a d4 to see how many you find.
A d4. Okay, I find.
You find one, and then you just yump it.
Yump.
Yeah, so you're just like you're in a warehouse in a rave in the 90s in like London, and someone hands you something, you just yump it. So it's like
no
okay,
idea
cool.
what you're talking about.
I thank God I wasn't around in the UK then. Anyway, so yeah, it doesn't really have much taste. You kind of you throw it back and then you realize, I didn't really kind of really bite into it. You kind of reverse swallow it and like chew in the back of your teeth, and you do feel your mouth just kind of fill with this liquid, almost as if before you get sick when your mouth sort of fills with this fluid. It's almost like that, but it's like this berry contained an inordinate amount of moisture or liquid. There is no taste to it though, and you swallow, and then the remains of the thing just get stuck a little bit, and you swallow it down. We'll come back to that. Mazzello, is there anything you want to do, and Ren, before something else is going to happen?
I'm going to head. I head in, see that kind of Derek is snoozing on the sofa.
Who were you talking in there? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, cheers. You can see Boothby is sitting on the stairs now, head in his hands. Never seen Boothby this tired. Normally, if he needs time, he'll be upstairs in his quarters, which is not on the map, but it's somewhere. I'll give him a room at some point. And he's just like, oh.
Boothby.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I must have nodded off. Oh.
That's okay. Listen.
Are we okay? What can I do for you, sir?
For your protection, I want you to get ready. I'm going to take you over to the Haven, and just to make sure that if anything,
where, sir?
To the Platinum Dragon's Haven.
Oh, of course, I see, sir. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I can't, sir. I have duties to fulfill here, and I have obligations to meet. The crock pot has not been cleaned out, and I do need to sanitize the WC, sir. So
Boothby.
maybe tomorrow, sir.
Boothby.
Yes.
While Father is not here, who is in charge?
He's like me.
You are, sir.
and I'm requesting for you to go.
He stands up, and you can see for a second his eyes swim, and he steps back a little bit, and he puts a hand on the banister, and he goes, "Oh, I see." He puts a hand on your shoulder, and he goes, "Are you? How are you, sir?"
I'm very good, but I'd be better knowing that you're
through a
safe.
lot, sir. You've been through a lot. I had a chat with your brother there just to check in, and I just concerned for you both.
As long as he's okay, I'm okay. You know this.
Yes, well, I hope. Oh. So, I'd like to give you something. It's an item I keep.
Okay.
Something your father gave to me. I feel you should have it. So you seem to come into more danger than I do. He pulls out this this from underneath his sort of loose slung white shirt. Pulls out this golden chain with it. Looks like a series of gems that are like sort of almost V shaped. So one on the left, one on the center, one on the right, and they're encased by these gold rims, and what looks like these golden hands, almost holding a heart.
Triforce.
And Triforce, and he takes it off, and he says, "You'll need to sleep with it or whoever, either you or your brother takes it, but you'll need to as I used to say in my last life, attune to it." And he hands you a periaptive wound closure. So I'm going to drop this in. It's a wondrous item. It's uncommon.
Yeah. Oh, I know that one very well.
Paste it in, and it is... So, while you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
It's great.
Wow.
So, whoever wants that. So, when you die... Sorry. Whenever you're dying... So, yeah, you stabilize whenever you're dying at the start of your turn.
Perfect.
So, it's pretty...
Oh, so it means you don't have to roll death saves, is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
I mean, there's ways I can get around that if I really want to annihilate you, but I mean...
Just
Yeah.
grab the parry up and rip it off, kind of thing.
You're only stabilized till somebody hits you.
Or somebody casts disintegrate on you, whatever it is. But you know, I miss Ilford.
Necrotic damage, you don't save.
So he takes it off and he hands it to you. Almost as soon as he takes it off, you can see his shoulders kind of slump a little bit more. And in case you haven't got where I'm going with this,
Oh, I have.
yeah, he really reminds you of that villager that you walked into.
Yeah.
Who was suffering from the malady.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking him to the Haven, so that they can look after him.
Okay, cool. He looks like he might not have the energy to get there himself, but he will definitely try.
I'll be getting him there. For
Cool.
sure. I'm going to take him upstairs to his chambers, help him get ready, and whether the guys want to wait for me or come with me is fine, but I will be taking him straight to the chambers or to the Haven, and especially speaking to Berethia.
Yeah. Hopefully she's in.
And if not, then I'll try to find someone that I trust enough.
Okay. It's at this point. Sorry, just grab that person. Scales. You see a young man. I'm going to shift Z here, walking by. Fairly ripped, wearing a kind of a red Street Fighter Ken sleeveless top, and he goes, Artie, how's it going? Yeah, Starty,
Dory.
Artie, yeah, you Artie?
Yeah.
Any crack? Yeah, any scale? You Artie?
Yeah, I'm scaled.
Yeah, right, yeah. Come here, those two priest fellas in, are they?
Yeah, I think, yes.
Yeah. Come here to me.
Yeah, they're priests, I think.
Yeah, those fellas, the holy lads, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely holy.
Okay, holy, yeah. Not like full of holes, do you know what I mean? Like they've been shot or anything like that.
No.
Crossbows, yeah. Kill. Right. Yeah, come here to me. I heard users are pretty good at the adventuring thing, yeah?
Yeah, we adventure and we
Yeah, cool. So come here to me. I need you to help me out there.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, with an adventure, right? That kind of thing, yeah. Come here to me. Will you go and get those lads and the rest of them there, will you?
Okay. Will you wait here?
I will, yeah, no problem at all. Here, come. You want to stay away from that tree, by the way. That's the berries in that thing will kill you.
Which berries?
That tree you're underneath there.
Oh, they're bad berries.
Oh, oh my God, man! You'll shit your hoop out of your arse there, now you will.
And then die.
Oh, you'll probably wish you were dead. You know what I mean? Like, but don't worry about 48 hours of just pooping yourself.
Oh, okay. I definitely won't eat any of them then.
Don't eat them, no, don't. Oh my God, man, don't eat them.
Yeah. Okay. What's your name?
Dano.
Dano. Okay.
Dano, yeah.
Dano Manano.
What?
Dano Manano.
Dano Manano. All right. All right, I'll take it, man. I don't believe in mind. All good, yeah? Yeah, come here to me, will you? Yeah, go in and get the lads there, will you?
Okay.
Yeah, sound.
Well, Scales walks in, White Rabbit starts playing. Boom, boom, ba-da-boom, boom, boom.
So Scales is going to hit Erixium first, and then see Mizalu up ahead and be sort of like, the Dano Manano wants to see you guys, so he wants us to go on an adventure for him, or with him. I'm not sure. I couldn't fully understand everything he was saying, but his name is Dano Manano, and he asked me to get you two guys.
Dano Manano.
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh,
It's a strange name.
And I think he has a story.
Most people do.
Erixium.
Erixium, as you walk
Careful.
out, you can see he's like on his tippy toes, just trying to reach one of those berries that Scales are trying to pluck off the tree. And then he goes, me fucking shoulder! Alright, you're starting, man. Starting, yeah. All good. You're the mad one, aren't you?
yeah, I
We
assume
went
you
down
were
to wine
Dano
country. We all know
Manano.
about you. We do, yeah.
Yeah. You know, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, heard about you, man. You're a bit of a macho, aren't you?
They want to find out, yeah.
Well, no, I don't. I want to hire you as you do.
Hire us for what exactly?
Alright, I tell you what, come here to me, right? Sit down the wall there. Sit your little cute arse down the wall there. We'll have a little chat, right? We'll lay it out for you. You're picking up what I'm fucking putting down, are you? Yeah. Kill. Alright, here you go. Ready? Now, story is I'm after inheriting that fucking ice cream shop. I know your mate over here. You're the one that was sniffing around there, weren't you? Two yous. You, Erixium, and that lizard folk over there, yeah? You were sniffing around the squalors, you were, in the trade district, trying to ask questions about cones of cold.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm only after receiving some sort of fella in there, right? And he says, there was a clause in the will. My uncle goes missing, all goes to me. I don't fucking want to. I know he's still alive. He's down there in the sewers. The thieves have him. Right? I tell you what, you was going to get him. You can get his wife, Get them out of the thieves' hole down there. I'll give you 10% of the business. Mirror to me, you, lizard fella. You can have free ice creams all day, every fucking day, yeah? How's that for you? How'd you like them apples, yeah?
Yes. Deal. Yes.
Right, sound. He spits in his hand and he walks over to you and he shakes it.
Okay, Scales will kind of give a moment's pause because he's like, you just spit in your hand, but he's like, well, okay then, and he shakes your hand.
He looks at you to do the same.
Oh, okay. So then I take my hand back, which now has a bit of spit on it.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of like go, and there'll be like a little bit of like gas comes out as well. Obviously.
Yeah.
Surely that'd be very acidic.
That's
really
exactly what's about to happen. A fucking dragonborn with an acid breath weapon. He goes, and he shakes your hand. He goes, holy fuck. And he's, oh my, the fuck? What's that?
You can see why they need the tingly num-nums.
You're no lizard folk here. You're no fucking lizard folk.
But you got me to spit in my hand.
They're gonna be a blizzard folk when we get the tingly num-nums.
Neve Gaming says, hope Scales got their Hep B shot. Yeah.
I hope the other guy got that.
You can see now he begins to rub it off. He's already tell you what, right? Mirror to me. Look, the chain took them down there, right? Because they couldn't. They're after jacking up the extortion money, yeah. And my uncle and his missus couldn't pay for them. Now apparently they're slaves down there. Slaves there. These are two of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. Salt of the fucking earth they are. Right? Salt of the fucking earth. Now they're down there and they're slaves. You find them, I'll give you 10% of the business. Right?
And all the tingy num-nums.
As much as you can fucking eat, love.
Do you know which
insight check
entrance
this
is
fella
the
a bit.
sewer?
Let's go the inside check first.
Yeah, I just want to see like how like upfront he's like I'm trying to see how upfront he's being with all this information, or if he's seen.
Okay, give us an insight check. Let's see you go with that.
Who's insight there? Yeah.
That's a nat 1 for a 5. This guy's on the fucking level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with that inside check, you'll do fucking nothing.
I will do fucking nothing. Yeah.
Cool. So,
exactly
yeah.
who
So
this guy is.
you're gonna ask him where we are with a way into the sewers.
If he knows, because Artex is a big place. Which areas
It is,
it?
yeah. Easy, tell you what, right? 2 straights over from cold to cold. You'll see, looks like a lad who's asleep all the time. Small fella old lad, by the name of Piddly Pete.
Oh yeah,
What do you mean, oh yeah?
I know Piddly Pete. He's a friend of mine.
Alright, well, you want to be careful around him, man. He's got a load of diseases, right? And he's a biter. He's a biter, right?
Yeah, diseases don't scare me.
Alright, nice for you, innit?
Yeah.
Anyway, you head over there, talk to Piddly Pete. He might tell you a little secret way down into the sewers, yeah? Now, Starry is up for it, yeah? Up for this little job. This little go ahead, this little nixer, yeah?
You know, a quick one there, me old flower. Is it Piddly Pete, or is it Slippery Sam we need to ask for?
You know his 2 names, you do. You're the majo, you are. So, alright, yeah. I tell you what, right? Yeah, whichever one. Either are at work, yeah. So, Piddly Pete or Slippery Sam. Doesn't matter. You see, you've done business with him before. Why am I telling you the way to the bleeding fucking way in then, yeah? You know where he is.
Because there's more
fucking
than
high and
one
mighty,
way.
Mr. fucking, I got friends in low fucking places, yeah? Fucking,
He could have been in there. He could have been in the fighting pit in the jeweller's district. Who knows?
the fine pin, the jeweler. You been down there as well, have you?
Oh yeah, me and Alec, the ale man. Oh yeah.
Alec finger guns, yeah. That fella there. Yeah, he's mad, he is.
Yeah.
All right. Look, here to me. I've got jobs to do around this city, and I don't want to be taking care of a fucking ice cream shop. I don't even know how to make it, man. You know what I mean? So look, get me uncle and me auntie back. Do something, man. Just fucking find a way. Maybe the Thieves Guild or chain wants something of you. You can do them a favour. I don't know. But look, if they need money, I might be able to raise a bit of money. I'm not going down there by myself, though. They don't like me. Yeah.
What's your uncle's name?
Do you know me, him, no? Hold on a second now. Here, big man. I thought you knew everyone. Why don't you know his name?
He's talking to me, or is he?
No, he's talking to Rixium.
Right.
You know Slippery Sam. You know Piddly Pete. Why don't you know his name, pal, yeah?
Give me a minute to look through my notes there, will you?
Do we know his? Should we know the uncle's name?
Pot-bellied old man. We don't know his name.
No one's got his name yet.
No, he's,
Is it
he's an
the
8-year-old half-elf.
Is it the
He's
name?
pot-bellied old man, but we don't know his name.
Pot-bellied old man, yeah.
Well, I wasn't exactly.
Alan is his name, right? Alan. He prefers to you to pronounce it like Alan, yeah?
Alan Dignam, is it?
What? No,
What?
Alan is his name, right? Alan.
Alan.
Now, right?
Alan.
Name's Alan, right? His missus is Shirley.
Early Temple Bar, yeah.
No, Shirley is her name, right?
Surely I can't be serious.
Right, hey, don't call me Shirley. Right now, anyway, right? So look, I'm out of here, right? I've fucking stuff to do, right? Now look, sort it out. You'll get 10% of the business. I'll get whatever I get out of it, right? We can sort out whatever the chain want. Just I can't talk to them, right? They want to shank me, right? Now, but if yous can talk to them, right? If yous can talk to them, that'll be cool, right? And maybe they'll go X amount of money. I'll send that to you. You send that down to them. Be all fucking grand, man. Yeah, right. Sound. Listen, I'm out of here. And he kind of bumps against Rixium. He kind of gives you a little shoulder. You catch his hand in your pocket.
Erixium has nothing in his pocket.
Okay, he goes, yeah. And like with a real really obvious motion, like he's going for your pocket, and then he realizes that he's been caught, and he goes, and he produces a silver piece, and he goes, for your troubles, yeah. Yeah, there you are. Right, sound. I'm out of here. Yeah, now listen. You fuckers never saw me, right, at all, right? Say right. Fucking nothing, yeah. Out of here. Boof, smoke bomb. Hold on, I'm going the wrong way. Right, cool. It's this way. Yeah. See us after, yeah. Fucking after, yeah.
Yeah.
And he fucks off.
Right, Dave. Thanks for throwing me cousin into the game.
So that's up to you guys. That's up to you guys as to whether you want to go and investigate the ice cream store.
I mean, we were curious about it.
I have a million side quests if you want to go on.
Yeah.
Why now Scales wants to fucking...
I think we have to. Rand's just going to look at Erixium. I think we kind of have to.
You'll just give me a moment.
Yeah, go on ahead.
So Erixium is going to go back into Mazzello dealing with Boothby while Scales and Ren talk about
And it'll like
yeah.
We've just had a visit from a
Dano.
Interesting fellow about the cones of cold business, but after the incident I checked the door to Father's room, and Sir Gawain attempted to communicate with me. Perhaps we should contact Father when possible and ask him on the instance.
I had planned to change around some things this morning, some of my communication tools, but alas, the fight left me unprepared this morning.
No. The room is still secure. I've told Boothby to stay away, but once again, he claims to not be able to talk.
I don't trust it at all. Whatever Father was doing, it wasn't helping. And if it was, then that's another conversation we must have.
I assume, knowing Father, you would have gathered the troops, so to speak, immediately and not left such business dwindling. But there is much at play.
There is that, but there is also the fact that, well, Father is a precautious man, but I don't think he'd set up a protection ring if he didn't feel like it was needed.
The fact he did it here and not in the temple itself is worrying.
Well, actually, you and I need to have a little bit of a conversation as well. But first of all, I'm taking Boothby over to the Haven. I believe he may be in need of some assistance.
Yeah, I got that impression. We can drop him there on the way to visit my friend.
Okay.
Mazzella's like, you have those?
Okay, cool. So I'm going to move you over to the map of Artex. I'll zoom it out. You guys can see there, thank you, that you are in the trade district is where the Mazzellu Manor is. So, which is, why can't I read my own shit? Fuck, someone, thank you very much. Whoever that was, dear Androna, thank you. Trade district, so that's where you are there. So you're going to take them over to the temple district, which is not that long a walk. Boothby, being a 7 foot tall and very saggy skinned creature, he starts off, just seems to get his breath back and gets his puff, and he walks along and then he stops and he's, I'm sorry, sirs, I'm not. I have some savings if we can buy a poultice or a potion or pay for some sort of restorations. I've never felt this tired before, sir.
Don't be silly.
Last night, so terrifying.
I tell you what, come here, and I'm gonna, kind of fireman carry him.
You won't be able to do that, but you could definitely put a shoulder
We King's chair him?
over him. You could definitely King's chair him.
Yeah, King's
for sure.
chair him, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you bring him along, and once again, the Temple of the Platinum Dragon is the biggest. It's the biggest temple here in the district. As you walk in again, you can see these beautiful marble stairs leading up this. They maybe like 40, 50 feet wide, and these maybe 80 feet high of stairs. You're like, oh god, the steps, and you manage to get Boothby up these steps, and
well, on the way there,
yeah.
I want him to tell me about the dream, in case that gives me any insights.
Okay.
Did we all come with?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can all go with you.
Rixium would have
and
said
he
we're going
says,
to Tingley Num Nums after dropping them off.
So as you're carrying him along, he's like, "Oh, sir, this is just recurring dreams of bad times and worse times, questionable deeds I did in my youth, and defeated foes calling from the grave, and awful things, things I thought I'd reconciled, but rising from the grave to torment me again. I don't know, sir. Oh, I'm tired.
Boothby, you'll be okay. You just need some rest. It's been a troublesome couple of days. As for your past deeds, I wouldn't worry too much on it.
as you make it up the top of the stairs, you can see your old friend Acolyte Harold there, who is like not guarding the right hand side of the double door. He is currently sort of engaged in some sort of temple gossip with what looks like maybe someone two ranks above him. But he's like, you remember who he is? Mm-hmm. Acolyte Harold is the guy who's like no seniority over anyone, but he will find out what needs to be done. He'll overhear that the superiors need a job done, and then he will delegate it to somebody who he's not senior of, but he's the same level of. And he considers himself way too good to be doing this job, and it's only a matter of time until he gets promoted to head of the temple. And he sees it and he goes, yes.
Have we brought Scales all the way to the temple, by the way?
I would love to know that.
Yeah, that's what I
the answer to that
I think we should
question.
establish that first, because that could change how they react.
I was about to say actually that I would have told Ren to take Scales off towards the Tingly
Big
Num
Scales
Nums
shopping.
and just have a look. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, in that case, Ren would have maybe once they got to near the district, Ren will kind of just tap Scales on the shoulder and just point off in a different direction and be like,
You guys have money, you could certainly try and source a hat of disguise or something for Scales if you want.
might be the plan, yeah. So, for the meantime, can I disguise self on somebody else?
No.
Yeah,
That's himself only.
Yeah.
So you can throw Scales like a heavy cloak. I would like to see this RP moment as you try to convince Scales to hide themselves.
Yeah, so Ren will just kind of be like, hey, Scales, they're a bit weird about Dragonborn in that temple. I think, Boothby, it's more important to get Boothby's help, so I think we should maybe head off and do something else so they can focus on him instead of being like, oh my god, a Dragonborn like the guy was earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that seems sensible.
Yeah, I mean, Boothby definitely looks a bit worse for wear.
Can we see the temple later, maybe, though? I think it would be interesting. Do they have statues? They might have Dragonborn statues.
They might. You'd have to
and paintings. There could be pictures of Dragonborns.
I've not been inside. You'd probably have to ask Erixium or Mizelu about that. But look, before we're seen, and so just to make sure Boothby can get his treatment. Let's go see if we can find some new clothes for you or something. We're in the big city. We may as well dress like it. Ren is already wearing his new weird jacket with the magical pockets.
It looks pretty awesome though. His jacket looks fucking awesome. So
it's kind of like what it was initially a knee-length duster. I mean, it shrunk to fit the same dimensions. As
it shrunk to whatever style you wanted to fit. So you can say whatever.
I don't really like clothes though.
I mean, yeah, but it's pretty cold out here.
I don't think it's cold. My mother and my mom and dad. They always tried to make me wear clothes, especially when we had to go to the church. But they're really not comfortable. I don't wearing them.
I mean, I get you. I mean, the Scales must kind of grate against the material.
Yeah, and then it's it catches, and then it rips them as well. And then I got in trouble because the clothes got ripped. But also, it just didn't feel comfortable, and it's like it's scratching you the whole time.
What about a hat? I think you could pull off a hat.
But I've got horns.
Yeah, you can get a hat that fits in between the horns, like a small hat.
The way my toes are sticking out of the shoes.
Yeah, kind of like that. The shoes that set things on fire, which, yeah.
Okay, I guess a hat could be okay.
Could be. We could try to find you a magic hat.
A magic hat. What would be magic about it, though?
I don't know. Maybe it can transform into other things. Maybe it can transform you into other things. For being sneaky.
I don't want to be another thing.
Oh yeah, but it's useful to sneak and be sneaky.
Would I make as much noise if I was pretending to be something small and trying to sneak as I do being my size and sneaking?
Ren is in his head, he's like, yes, obviously, but he's trying to convince Scales. He's going to be I mean, we'd have to try and find out. It depends on that. It depends on the magic.
Lumbering Paddy says he wants to see the group 2 open mic at a comedy club. We can do that.
We could try.
We could get a magic hat that.
Maybe we could get a magic hat for Prince Shane.
Oh,
Adventures be shopping.
I bet he would love a magic hat, wouldn't you, Shane?
Bet he would.
But I tell you what, I'd rather. And you hear this voice in your head, Scales. You hear, as you look down, you see now Prince Shane the sentient potted plant has begun to, definitely taken a growth spurt. And he says, I tell you what I'd love. If you could go visit that wizard I told you about and find that scroll with the wish spell on it.
Yeah. I wonder where that would be.
He's not far, he's just in the Forge district.
Is Scales speaking out loud or back in his head?
I would imagine you're speaking out loud, Scales.
Oh, out loud, yeah.
Is the plant talking to you?
Okay, we should find magic people who do magic hats and stuff.
I mean, we could try break into the Arcanist district, but I mean, the last time I went in there, I went in and then I walked out the same way I went in without walking out. It's weird. I got this in the magic. I got this one in the. I got that in the garment district, right? The jacket, right?
That's not a magic jacket.
You did, yeah.
That's just a jacket.
You got that in the garment district, yeah.
It is a magic jacket.
Does he ever shut up?
Is Shane saying this out loud or like?
Shane is saying, yeah, you actually hear that, yeah. He's and then in your head, Scales, you hear, Varanthasis is the woman you need to find. Varanthasis. She will be able to grant a wish that will return me to my original form.
Okay. Well, I don't think we should try to go to that place that you went into and then got chucked back out of, because that just sounds.
I'll probably get thrown back out of magically again until.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Well, what about over there? And Scales is going to point first to. Looking at the map, so he is pointing like to the Forge district, and then he points ahead to the Trade district, and then he's not actually going to point to the Squalors because even at a distance it doesn't look likely. So he's kind of like
awful. The Squalors is awful. Yeah,
he's like he's looking at those two, and we've been through the Trade district. So
I mean, when he points towards the Forge district, he's like, I mean, we can have a look. Maybe they do magic armor. Maybe have a look over there.
Well, I thought we were going to get a hat though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can get an armored hat.
An armored hat.
I mean, yeah, like Ren is at this stage just trying to find an excuse to get Scales away. So he's just kind of going with it. He's like, yeah, whatever, we'll go wherever you want to go.
We're now going to be on a side quest to find a fucking armored hat. I hope you want to know.
A hat with like it's like a beanie, but with a metal plate at the front.
Okay.
Although if I wore an armored hat, would that cancel out unarmored defense?
It depends if you're taking. I think you can have the choice.
I think if it's style over substance or style over function, Scales, you can wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
If it is like, if it's at like the helmet of like a piece of full plate mail, if you want to wear it and you can get it modified so that everything comes out,
Cool.
it's not going to have any sort of
AC
heavy armor
boost.
effect or AC boost. You can wear whatever the fuck you want.
It's in the
I did that
vanity
with- I
slot,
did that
not
with
the armor
Crag.
slot.
Yeah, I did that with Crag. I had him wearing like a fucking paladin's pauldron, but like no armor, just so he fit in.
So,
but yeah,
where are you headed? You headed to the Forge district?
Scales is now like, yeah, where he's going to go be like, okay, and he's going to take off walking towards that way.
And it's Beckett to redraw Scales with the new piece of headgear. Okay, cool.
Ren will follow along then and just kind of.
So you're heading for the Forge district.
Yeah, but whichever way they want
indeed.
to go.
Okay, so there's only one place to go in the Forge district if you need gear, and that's Dale's place. So as you walk along, again, you can see this huge, almost like this, like if you can imagine, like a huge a storage unit. It's incredibly wide. But as you get into the Forge district, the cold of the area, the cold of the city, and it's not called a winter city for nothing. It begins to dissipate as you're amongst this like district full of forges and fires, and you hear this like ting 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 ting. But the thing about the Forge district is there's hundreds and hundreds of smiths and things like that. So this ting 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 ting, there's no rhythm to it. Whereas if you were to walk in like on a smith just working away by himself with this rhythmical, reassuring, almost comforting thing, but it is the chaos of hundreds of hammer bang, ding 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 ding. It almost stops together for a second, and then just goes off, and it's almost maddening. And as you walk around, you find this massive place with like mannequins outside and all the rest of it. And you can see this old man.
Jade would have went.
Yeah, and you can see this old man, like there's maybe old, let's say he's in the 50s. He's got this long scar down his head. He's got this kind of hairless head, like completely bald, not even shaved, just completely bald. And he's just kind of sitting there with his head in his hand. And you walk in and he goes, "Fuck do you want?" He's looking at you, Ren. "The fuck do you want?"
Gear for this guy. And he's going to gesture towards. Well, I mean,
A hat.
Yeah, he wants a hat or something. I don't know. Helmet.
Magic hat.
If anything magic.
You want what? A fucking magic hat?
Hat, helmet.
What's it gonna
whatever.
protect you from? Fuck is it gonna... I sell armor. I sell weapons. I sell shit that's gonna protect you.
Well,
You ever been to the south? You ever heard what a blowgun sounds like?
No.
No? Like that.
Yeah. Like that?
You ever heard like 42 blow darts being shot at the same time? 150 little bastards about that high in the southern marshes
What?
with the poisonous arrows shooting out of the fucking thing. You ever seen a man shit his lungs out of his asshole? I've seen that. I've fucking seen that.
I guess a helmet or a hat that would stop that.
What?
Sorry. So, no, actually, I haven't.
You don't want to see that shit.
Doesn't sound
Have you
appealing.
ever been to the hells, boy?
Um,
I've been to the fucking
no.
hells. I went to the hells with a party of 18 people. The only one that came back alive was me.
Sounds.
Where are the
hellish.
hells?
Jaden met this guy, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Hells.
I was like, that's why I asked immediately. Is this the guy Jaden met?
I'm just having full metal jacket moments in my head right now.
Well, that's him, like, and he's like, the hells. You look down at the ground. It's like 2 dimensions below.
It's like a different plane of existence scales.
What he said.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
weird. Yeah.
How did you get there?
Yeah, good question.
Through portals. We went in to rescue a soul.
What part of the house did you end up in?
A city of Dis.
Okay.
Did you rescue the soul?
No.
Oh.
We
You
met a pit fiend.
Do you mind me asking who? I know this is a invasive question, but like anyone specific you were trying to rescue?
All questions are invasive, boy.
It's the nature of a question.
Yeah.
It's very philosophical.
What?
Philosophical.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Philosophical.
yeah. Philosophical. Yeah. Cool. That's a word. So look, you got any magical
Looking for a
armor
hat.
pieces? Helmet, hat, shoulder pad, something magic that we can give this guy.
I get you a hat of disguise.
That could be useful.
Pretty sure your fucking friend there's gonna need it. I'm not sure how you don't have a troop of
I've been telling
disciples
people
and
these lizard folk.
apostles running behind you right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for, actually, specifically.
Are they like ponies?
Real like ponies, except you can't ride them. Well,
Oh.
I mean,
let's not go there.
it's frowned
Yeah.
upon.
Okay.
Yes, you got a hat of disguise, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would it fit my head though? And he kind of does a swivel to show.
Vital. I can make sure it fits your head. 2,500 gold pieces.
Ooh, that's steep. I got a few magic daggers.
They marked.
They do have some markings of a specific group, but I'm sure you can, as a man who is
Make a
talented.
persuasion check.
Yeah, cool. I'm not good at these.
Have you
So-
got? You've got a bless.
I do. I'm gonna probably use it. I also have inspiration, but we'll see.
T-Rage around the city of this bitch.
I'm gonna use that inspiration.
You can use inspiration to get a 20.
Yeah, that's
That's a
what
not
I'm-
20. I'll give that to you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna throw the bless on anyways, just to.
No,
this guy
okay.
seems-
So we're going to not 20 for a 21. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So you
and
are.
just to make it as likely as possible because this guy is suspicious of people. It seems.
Okay, so you're asking what? You're asking him to take how many daggers?
I have like 5+1 daggers from these guys.
Okay, he goes, I'm in the back room here.
Yeah, Reynolds.
And he steps behind this counter. It's a long counter. It has this kind of glass top, and you can see all these sort of darts and daggers and long swords, and there's an incredibly long glaive with some of this kind of like black hair hanging off it, and a very long
looking glaive.
Very long spike. It looks quite familiar, but it's
not the same, but
it's
similar.
different color, but very similar in design. And you, as you walk in, he pulls the curtain aside and he goes, "You coming in, lizard man?"
Scales.
Yeah. Scales had been looking at something shiny, but he does.
And he pulls the curtain closed. So, we're going back to Mazelu and we're going back to Orixium and Boothby. So, as you make your way towards the temple and you're up the top, and Acolyte Harold is there and he's like, "Hello, sir. Yes, great to see you. So, yes, anything I can do for you, sir?"
I haven't got time for you today.
Not talking to you, sir. I'm talking to Mazelu.
Go and fetch Berethia.
Anything for you, sir. Right away. Would you mind guarding my post?
Go and fetch her.
Right, sir. And he scuttles off. It's kind of his chainmail kind of clanking, and you can see obviously he's in his first set of temple gear, which is not tailored and it's not set up. It's just a standard kind of measurement for his height, and it looks incredibly uncomfortable. So he's like, and he comes back, and eventually.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, did I hear what him and this other guy were talking about as we were walking up the stairs?
Make a perception check.
Natural 20 for 27.
Fuck off. Okay. So yes, you did. You can hear him going, yes, So how do I word this? Fucking hell. I did not expect anyone to ask that question.
I just came back to hearing Dave say fuck off.
So as you're walking up, so as you're walking up, you hear the end of one conversation and the beginning of another. The end of the conversation you hear is, there's no hope for these afflicted. We need to keep control of the populace's expectations, manage their expectations, as it were, and there's going to be riots. And then they see you coming up the stairs and they change the topic of conversation. And then what you hear is, apparently, Temple of the Raven Queen in the capital city, in Sopherone City. They're petitioning for the Temple of the Platinum Dragon to be deconsecrated. And then, hello, sir. Yes. Mazelu Gina, great to see you, sir.
Okay, and then that's when I told him to go and get her then.
So he scuttles off. So you've heard that basically what you've heard from him is that there is currently none of the temples have any sort of lead in on what's going on with this malady, this magical disease that's going on. But they are trying to keep it under wraps, because if the populace understand that the entire temple district cannot cure this, or are no closer to working on a cure for what's sweeping through the city, there will be fucking riots.
Yeah.
And then again, the start of the conversation, the second conversation was that the Temple of the Raven Queen are pushing for the temple, the head temple of the Platinum Dragon to be deconsecrated in the capital city of Sopherone City.
Okay.
If only Derek were here. Yeah.
While Harold goes on his endeavor,
Orixium will turn around to you and goes, Boothby, you mentioned
Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Start again, sir. Start again, please. I'm so sorry.
You mentioned Boothby, your past and foes and the such.
Yes.
In all of your time, did you ever encounter a being that smelled salty sweet of blood and fear, and would assail its victims by trying to inhale their soul?
I'm going to use my bless on this.
Would be a pocket rocket.
Yeah.
18. He says, my memory's not what it used to be, sir, but it's the smell, sir, the way you described it, yes. Yes.
Where did you encounter it?
I'm going to bring you over to, and I will say, this is the only, where's my fucking world map? Sorry, someone's after messaging me there. No, they're not. This is my world map. Where the fuck is my world map gone?
You can ignore that message for now, David. Just get out of
Sorry,
chat
that
so it
was,
doesn't get
that was
lost.
you, sorry.
Yeah.
Templetown. Where the fuck? Oh, okay. I will tell you what, I'll just throw up your handouts, because I think I have it in there. Handouts. Where the fuck do I do this anymore?
Is it the Kingdom of Sopherone one? Is it?
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I can pull it up now. Kingdom of Sopherone. There we go. Cool. And we knock it up there. Cool. So his eyes glaze over, and he's like, and he goes, yes, for a while, he looks around and he goes, I fear I'm not long for this world, sir. And he says, I spent 15 years in the Forgotten Tomb. And he's referring to the island prison to the southeast of the continent. And he says, the king and the kingdom, sir. And he leans in and sort of puts his arm around your shoulder and like leans right into you, and he goes, the king and the kingdom, sir, would have you believe that no one's ever escaped the Forgotten Tomb. If anybody asks, nobody did. And a creature like the one you refer to lives far beneath the Forgotten Tomb. I did a deal with it to escape. And he begins to cough violently.
Erixium will put 5 points of lay on hands just to ease, or try to ease his.
Yeah, and it does help. You can see he is now like 100% wiped out. Boothby's got history. I think this might be a good place to take our break, and we'll be back shortly, maybe in about 5 minutes. And so thanks for sticking with us, guys. Thanks for making us number 3 in the world on D&D Twitch. We appreciate you all, and we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Love you all. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 45. How do we even get here? Of the Sopherone Saga. So, last we left off, we were at the Temple District, and you can hear the heavy stomp of Guardian Berethia as she walks in. And you know what? I have a token for her, which is a little bit an odd token, because I bought... where is it gone? I bought some animated tokens, NPC. There's Guardian Berethia right there. Drop her in there. I'll shift here. There she is, Guardian Berethia, as she walks up. Half orc, all, what is it, 6'9" of her. Let me just double check there. And she walks up and she goes, "All right,
Mommy?
what?
No, nothing.
What? Mommy? What?
Mommy?
What?
What?
Mommy? What?" And she walks up, and we just double check that we have her, that I know what her stats are. Yes, she's 6'11", and she walks up 160 kgs, and she's pure muscle and ass kicking. And she walks up and she, how do I fucking know? Mazzello Grim. Oh, and here's the prodigal son, innit? Rixium Grim. Fuck, do you not know I'm fucking busy? I'm up to my fucking tits here. Mazzello, what you want?
I wouldn't have asked you if it wasn't important. And I nod towards Boothby.
Who's that?
Oh, this is Boothby. He's feeling under the weather.
That's not Boothby. Well, you met Boothby before. And she kind of leans in and looks closer, and she let me just double check here. I'm going to give her a medicine check there.
Shyhawk said, and when you're that tall, the tits are pretty high, so she's very,
Wow.
very busy.
24 medicine, yeah. And she looks in, she goes, "Boy, the wings of the platinum dragon. Boothby." He goes, I need, what's his passive perception? Boothby leans up and he puts an arm around her head, and she sort of puts her arm around his back and pulls him close. And what's his
17.
passive perception? 17? 13. 17. Mazzello, you hear Boothby go, "Is it really you, my falcon?"
Be you, dog.
And she goes, "We thought you were tired." And he says, I thought I had as well. Now I'm just tired." And she chuckles. And you can see sort of that, almost like that laughter which breaks the tragedy of this moment, and then you can Mazzello, you see her eyes begin to water, and she kind of rubs them away, and she says, "There's no place for you here. You know what you've done. There's no place for you here. My heart breaks for that. It breaks." She stands up, kind of dusts herself off, and you can see the real Berethia's back, and she goes, "We can't help him."
Yes, you can.
"Quiet, you." And you can see she's in no mood for bullshit. And she steps into you and she goes, "You fucking quiet." And then she walks over to Mazzello and she goes, "They've set up a clinic out near the Squalors, out near the Trade District. You take him there. I hear there's a young boy who's helping an old woman. The old woman's called Esmeralda. Right? No, that's Mark's game. See big eyes, and you big eyes and see what the fuck. And she goes, "The old woman's name is Esmeralda, and she's trying her best. She's got an infirmary of some sort. You take him there."
can't trust him in anyone else's care.
Well, he's not able to come in here.
Why? If I am welcome.
That's a question you have no authority to ask, Eryxium Grim. No. I have responsibilities to see to. And she takes like 3 steps away and she stops and she turns around and she looks. And she looks desperately sad. And she walks off. Take him to Esmeralda. It's where the rest of them are. She walks away. Surprised I only got an inside check from Eryxium there.
Mazzelu just haunches Boothby back up and starts walking away.
Boothby's like, I think I had a fever dream was...
What did you dream, Boothby?
Somebody say... a falcon.
I think you were just dreaming. It's okay.
What of the falcon, Boothby?
Oh, I'm so tired, sir. Please bring me home. Please bring me home. I'm just so tired. So are you going to bring him over to? It's pretty easy to find this place. It's north of the Squallers. Esmeralda has a little shack there. I will draw a little. Yeah, there. You feel free to bring them along there if you want to speed this up, or if you need to do a deep dive, we can do that.
On the one hand, I can't leave him at home.
Unprotected.
And on the other hand, taking him there is succinct to a death sentence anyway.
Well, taking him to an infirmary where people are trying to sort of, mind the people that are suffering from this malady.
And
that was recommended to you by Guardian Berethia herself.
Yeah, but there's 2 things to that. One, it is an infirmary, but it's on the edge of the Squalors, which is going to be the first place that goes up in riots if this gets out. So I'm surprised they've even set it up there, which is a very stupid thing.
They didn't set it up. They didn't set it up.
No, but whoever did. Yeah.
Well, it seems to be some sort of charitable old woman who has sort of gotten ahead of this and, maybe had access to a building and stuff like that. And she's oh my God, Kate. It's a map by Iris. Call a wambulance. Wow.
The other thing is as much as Mazzelu respects Berethia, having told him to go and take this child to such a terrible place in the first place.
Well, the north of the Squalors is not the worst now. It's.
Oh, no, I'm on about the orphanage.
Oh, what child?
Evelyn. She was the one that told me to take Evelyn to that place, but that place is terrible.
Yeah, but that's where everyone goes.
Oh, yeah, but what I'm saying is, from Mazzelu's point of view, she seems to be a lot less caring about people than he thought she was.
What was terrible about the orphanage?
The people that run it.
Yeah, it's a business.
Absolutely, but that doesn't mean you have to be not sly. What's the word? You don't have to be
as avaricious or as.
There's nothing wrong with trying to make a quick buck, but it's lack of care, I guess.
Well, yeah, lack of maybe a personal touch. But I mean, all of the dots and like Eryxium will confirm this for you because you went into the kitchen, and like they're fed well. There is it is very much a bastion of tough love. And Lumbering Petty says there's no fun in orphanage.
To be
And-
fair, we only met one of the like real perpetrators. Like, it's hard to kind of tell what the other teachers may be like from that.
Well, you met the headmaster, and then you met Lord Mithrasma.
Yeah.
But like,
So Ren has his own thing with that, so
it's
you know.
not necessarily a hellhole now, you know. But I mean, it is. It kind of is what it is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think it's from Mazelu's own personal expectations of
Okay.
what these places should be that they're not, and that bothers him. And I think the
Okay,
fact
cool.
that
Can I get you to do sort of an introspective moment here? Can you just give me a wisdom check?
Yeah, absolutely. Wisdom check. 21.
21. Like, as the city seems to be sort of descending into this maelstrom of shit, and this malady sweeping through, and the dragon cult are active in the city, and it seems like the chain or whatever. You know, as you dwell on all this stuff, you have this not almost epiphany like moment, but you have this moment where you're like, you do become aware of how idealistic you are, and idealism and being idealistic and being unrealistic are not bedfellows. And you're brought back to the fact that Guardian Berethia would always chastise you as to, you know, how idealistic you are. And in a perfect world, you know, this city should be able to house these people, and this should be this. And, you know, if everyone was doing the job right, then, you know, and there would be a place for these people, and this would be safe, and blah, blah, blah. And you realized, like, how long you're in the city, how long you've been alive. You're not an old man. You're not incredibly young as well.
Yeah.
But there is a moment where you go, it's slightly depressing when you go, I mean, I spent so many years being so idealistic and going like, this should be this way, it should be this way, it should be this way, it should be this way. And there is a small part of you in this moment on the way to the squalors that goes, almost feels overwhelmed and almost feels like, I don't know if it's ever going to be like this. And you start to sort of think a little bit. You sort of reevaluate all of the things Guardian Berethia said to you. And there is still I'm sure a huge part of you that will always be as idealistic. But it's almost like you get a slap in the face with a dose of reality. And I don't know how you want to react to that. But it seems like real life, and it seems like the incursion of not tragedy but like adversity is almost becoming overbearing.
Yeah, so I mean, he's definitely not one who's shied away from adversity. Like everything he's done pretty much has been an adversity of some sort, but there is definitely a smack in the chops of like, why can't it be like this? Why does it have to be this way?
It should be.
Yeah, but I don't think it will deter him from trying to make it that way as much as he can.
Are we talking microcosm or macrocosm here?
Like, make the small changes so that the big changes can be made.
Okay. Yeah.
So he realizes,
and I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you to, you know, to have your character think a certain way. But I am trying to sort of impress upon you, you know, that, you know, these
this
thoughts
is the real
are there.
world. Yeah,
but these thoughts are there, and you are aware of them.
Yeah, and like I said, he's very much now more than ever getting this sense of this city's a lot more fucked up than he thought it was. But that doesn't mean he personally won't strive to make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you guys make your way, I assume you're bringing Boothby to the infirmary then, are you?
It's the best option at the moment, unfortunately.
Okay. As you guys walk through, like Boothby is like on his, like he's just absolutely tapped out, and you get to this infirmary, and there's a queue around the block, and there's a young man, looks like he's got this very, very greasy sort of overcomb here. He looks to be maybe 24, human, but it's like very slick and greasy overcomb, already going bald at 24. Very, very insistent to get that comb over going. And he's wearing this sort of like white kind of pirate shirt with these strings on it, and he's got these kind of like black, they look like leather, but they're not. They're just like it looks like to be some sort of very thick hide that's been painted with this this sort of black thick tar-like treacle to kind of make it look like leather trousers, which he obviously can't afford. And he's standing there, and I assume you're walking. Are you going to get in the queue, or are you going to try and barge to the front of the queue, or whatever? There's a lot of people. There's no normally in a queue for people to get somewhere where they've been told there's help, or there's safety, or there's recourse. People will be sort of clamoring and sort of jostling to get in the door. Everyone is just like on the floor, on the ground, leaning against the wall. Like they look like they've already given up. And Boothby immediately just sits down, and he just puts his back against it. Leave me here, so I'll be fine.
Roughly how many people are in this queue?
About 25. Most of them fast asleep.
So, would there be a way to correlate that this is starting to spread exponentially, or given the size of the city and this being the point of response, would this be an average number compared to what we were told?
So what you have here is it's a voluntary thing. This is not a city response. This is not a governmental response. What you have here is it's a charitable reaction to, because I mean, as we all know, when a pandemic hits or something like that hits, like governmental response is like, that's not happening, until it becomes so prevalent and so in your face that they go, okay, yeah, that's happening. And right now, the city of Artex is like, it's fine, everything's fine, this is fine. But what you have are right here is an old woman, and whoever the young man is who's helping her, they're getting ahead of this, and they're trying to do anything that they can. And like you hear this like and like one guy like bolts up from his sort of sitting position, and he, like, his eyes are streaming blood, and he's like and he wakes up, and obviously he was having some sort of terrifying dream, and he wakes up and he's like, and you can see the physical effect of this exhaustion wash over him. And for a second, without rolling an insight check, you can see that like the prospect of remaining awake and trying to keep his body and fight the exhaustion, the prospect of going back into that terrifying dream is nearly better. And he is like, and he's like, and he just begins to just writhe and sort of twitch and fight whatever is happening in his dream. Hey, Red Samurai, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Reds, how you doing? Erixium, let's go and introduce ourselves to the lady here first. Boothby, we'll be back in just a moment, okay?
He's asleep.
Okay, I'm gonna head in and see if we can find this lady that's been looking after people.
Okay, cool. You walk in, and as I don't have a map for it, but I will have a map for it. Not that you need a map for this room. Is there going to be a battle here? There will not. I'm joking.
Turn undead.
So as you walk in, you can see it's maybe like a 90-foot long old warehouse, maybe 40 feet wide, and it is just filled with beds. People who are like absolutely exhausted, and they seem all the beds have wheels, and they seem to have rearranged the beds based on who is the most exhausted. And it's hard. You don't know enough about this malady, that you haven't learned enough from the people who have been managing these patients and the afflicted, that you don't know enough. But it seems that like the people at maybe the end of their lives or the end of this malady, they've had to be belted into the bed. Because they'll just start like thrashing. And you walk in, and there's this looks to be a human woman in her 50s, and she has a tight white bun. Her hair's completely white, and she's dressed in this like these pristine, almost starched and pressed white nurse's uniform, and there's not a speck of dirt on her. And she goes, "Hey up, Chuck. How are you doing? Hey up. All right, my lad. No. Why have we got a member of the church in here?"
We have a friend outside, affected. A family member.
Family member. All right. Well, all I can say is now, put them in the queue, and we'll get to them as best we can.
What can you tell me about this? How does it seem to start?
I don't know anything about it, love. Nothing about it, love. Nothing at all. Very, very nightmarish. And it's very frightening.
How are you treating them?
What?
How are you treating them?
Cold compresses, a few poultices, the odd potion of healing, but that's not done anything. And a lot of praying.
What do they say when they have their outbursts? What do they dream of?
The worst things they can dream of. Their worst nightmares. That's all they got. The worst nightmares are mixed messages. All I hear is collection of the worst transgressions, the worst things they've ever done. They're being judged. Sometimes they're enduring, how will I say it? Oh my God, Kate, really? I got. Do I have to change that now? No, I'm not going to. Sometimes, yeah, I am going to have to. Oh my God, really? Okay, so she goes, I'm just going to have to go back to my default posh woman voice. Accidentally, oh God, where am I going to go with this? And she says, sometimes I hear, I can't get that out of my head now. I hate you, Kate.
She can fix it.
Wow. So she says, sometimes I hear their worst fears come true, babbling mostly, and it's all screams of terror, and sometimes it's a cacophonous, torturous chorus. At night, I haven't slept myself in a while. Sometimes I think I haven't, but then I'm able to get up in the morning, and it's too much sometimes. All I can do is give these people a safe place.
Which of the churches have you had support from?
None of them. I've had the elders come in here, full of vigor and vim, and full of confidence, and full of arrogance, presuppositions in their own power and place in the world, and there you are healed. Even at the head of the what is this, Church of the Raven Queen, Temple of the Raven Queen, came in and sunk all of the power into one of these unfortunates, and believed it was a heal spell.
And did it do anything?
Nothing.
What does the warehouse smell like?
Make a perception check. Are you looking for any particular smell?
Oh, maybe sweet, salty, fear and blood.
Oh, I see. You can smell piss. You can smell shit. You can smell sweat. That's about it.
Is there any who have unfortunately passed?
Many. They've been burned.
All of them?
Of course, all of them.
What was the name of the person from the Temple of the Raven Queen?
Elder Albrecht. Sorry, once was Albrecht. That's that's how title for the Raven Queens goes. Once was is the title. Once was Albrecht.
I dare say I won't be able to help much here, but is there anything I can do to help?
You're asking me to have your man skip the queue?
Not at all.
Fair.
I'm asking if I can help.
You could purchase some blankets and such, and maybe bring some water, whatever. But all we can do right now is make these poor unfortunates comfortable. If you know anything, or you have any leads on this, please exert your influence now. Because we know nothing. We can't fight this. The longer this persists, the worse this city will be.
Absolutely.
It's at this point the door is kicked in. And when the back door is kicked in, you look and you see it's mostly humans. It's mostly humans that are affected by this. And whatever Boothby is, it's nobody knows what type of race Boothby is.
Bearball Goliath.
Fearball Goliath. Both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see what happens is the door's kicked in and you see these two elves in this sort of woodland gear, and they just draw an arrow and it shoots straight towards this woman.
I block it with the shield.
And you hear "You tread upon ancient lands."
I cast Guardian of Faith right on top of him.
Okay, you tread upon ancient lands, and pestilence has come. Pestilence has come to show you the error of your ways. And when they see this appear, they flee immediately.
Are they in the city? They're fucking in the city.
And they bolt off. Now I will take insight checks from all of you.
Okay.
All two of you there in the room.
Yeah. Sorry for Scaled and Ren, 15 and 16. You definitely get the vibe that they are not behind this, but they're sort of co-opting it, and they're riding the coattails of what's happening to sort of sell the fact that these lands used to belong to the elves.
Yeah, they're claiming the tragedy.
Yeah, and they're saying that, you know, that the gods have, you know, have listened to their claims on these lands, and you know, and have responded in such a way with this malady that is incurable by, you know, by the temples and so on and so forth. So it's quite obvious that, you know, that they're not responsible.
Were you saying that there's like basically just humans that seem to be affected in here then?
Mainly Boothby and stuff, but there's definitely, the weird thing is, now that you look at it, there are no elves or half elves affected by this.
Cool.
What's the ranges of attire from the people in here? Like, is it all poor people?
It is a cross section of everyone.
Okay.
Now, I would say that maybe, so let's go 75% working people, and 75, and then maybe 15%, which would bring you up to 90% of maybe semi sort of middle class people. If there's a 10% of nobility, they've not been brought here. Yeah. They're being treated privately in their beds. Yeah. And there are folks who are obviously going, like, who are offering treatment who are not qualified to do it. But obviously the nobility have more money than sense, and so you do have a lot of shysters now who are sort of definitely approaching the nobility. And this is why you don't see any nobility here. They're being treated in their own homes, in their own, like, 6-poster beds.
It's like every 2-bit cleric is like, oh yeah, I'll get it on.
Oh my god, it's a free for all.
Yeah.
So is there anything more you want to do here?
Oh, I'm getting after them guys.
Oh, they're gone. There's no. It was just a flavor or something. There's nothing to follow there.
Okay.
So.
Well, that Guardian of Faith anyway is on that back door for the next 8 hours, regardless.
Okay, cool. And the old woman is like, oh my goodness, thank you. So I think we should probably move to we're going to go to the Squalors, and we're going to see what's the Trade District, wasn't it? No, the Squalors.
Trade District, Forge District.
Yes.
Forge District, yeah.
Yes. So, okay, cool. So we'll move over to the
Remember the Dale's shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just put Ren behind the curtain.
Yeah. Okay, so he brings you behind the curtain, and he goes, how much is that going to?
Huh?
You want a fucking hat disguise, isn't it?
Yeah, hat disguise.
All right. On one fucking condition. You.
Yeah?
Not you. The other one.
Me.
Yeah. Now. You put on that fucking head of disguise, and you disguise yourself as a small creature wielding a blowgun. I will cut your fucking head off. Absolutely sever it from the fucking neck.
Okay.
That's the deal.
Can the hat change your size?
This one can.
Nice.
You want me to put the hat on and change into that kind of a creature so you can cut my head off?
No, Scales, don't do that.
Where the fuck did you get this fucking lunatic from?
A farm, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
Explains a fucking lot.
They're good. Great
What
in a
I'm
fight.
saying is,
Great in a fight.
so I'm telling you what. I know you need this. We got the money.
As I said, I have a number of magical weapons. I'd like to see if I can barter.
Many you got?
I got 11 daggers that seem to be pretty sharp. Like, very sharp.
You're trying to sell me daggers. Your selling point is that they're fucking sharp.
unnaturally sharp, if you get my drift. They're magic.
Oh, I do get you. Are they marked? Are they marked, boy?
6 of the 11 are?
What? 6 of the 11 are marked?
Some were taken from different
You ever
sources.
seen a man get his soul marked, boy? Down in the hells.
No, I've not been to the hells.
I was in the hells before.
You were saying?
Where the
City
party
it
is.
is.
I was in the 7th level of the hells.
Ren is going to
mini.
carefully hold his hands up. He's like, I'm going to show you the daggers I have.
Put them on the desk.
Exactly. I'm going to put them over here. So Ren's going to pull out one of the
Why you so
cult ones,
jumpy, boy?
because you're quite intense.
What?
You're intense.
And he's twitchy.
Yeah, the missing
Put
ear.
them on the fucking desk.
Yeah, Ren just takes out one of the cultist daggers and then one of the normal ones.
Desk.
And he's like, I got 6 of them. I'm gonna point to the dragon marked ones, and I got 5 of these.
I'll tell you what, I'll take them all. And 200 gold.
Well, if you give the daggers, I probably have that much gold.
So you take all the daggers and then 200 gold for the hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Scale starts digging in a pocket to find coins and does manage to find 200 gold pieces.
If that's it seems like and he seems to be getting impatient, Ren will be like, Scales, just get me back after, and then Ren will hand over 200 gold, and then they can sort it out after.
Just you
This guy
can
does
bags.
Yeah, and just
He does seem to be getting twitchy and very, very stressed.
Ren just reaches into his magic pocket and is like,
Okay, cool. To kind of move this along, you guys get your thing, and he goes, he says, the authorities ask you if you sold me marked daggers.
Never met you.
Don't finish my fucking sentence for me, boy. Now, if I hear somebody said you sold me marked daggers, you'll wake up with all of them in your eyes. All of them in your fucking eyes, boy. Yeah. What he said. Now.
He didn't say anything.
I know. I saw it as well. Get the fuck out of my shop.
Good doing business with you.
You're gonna need to attune to that, boy. And take a long rest. So, moving on. You guys are going to...
Just like as they leave, Scales is going to turn around just before he actually exits the shop and go back to him and just ask him if... do you know where I might find Varan Harris?
What?
Varan Harrises? Varan Harrises.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, no, yeah. Shane, what's the name again?
Varan, what?
Shane? What's the name again? Of the one, Varan?
Shane's not talking right now.
Oh,
I'm not talking.
Shut the fuck up, Scales.
Shane is not talking in this shop right now.
Yeah. And so Scales will just kind of give him an apologetic.
Around a fucking potted plant for?
This is my potted plant, Shane.
It's an emotional support plant.
Emotional.
I take care of Shane.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. And he does a kind of like little shuffle, nervous kid shuffle back out the door with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, Ren, as they're leaving, is like, maybe don't talk to Shane in front of random people. It's not normal to have a talking plant.
He walks up behind you and just pulls these shutters down.
Yeah.
We're closed.
Okay.
So, I'm going to finish up now in a sec. So, if you guys want to head to the Squalors and find your way to the sewers, then we are going to be done.
Yeah, I think we were... Yeah, that's kind of where we had agreed to meet, isn't it? around that area.
Cool.
Yeah.
To meet
So you
Billy
guys-
Pete.
You make your way to the Squalors, and again, the Squalors,
Slippery Sam, not
as
Billy.
always, is the last place. The last place to be cleaned. So when there's ice storms and these hailstorms, these like massive, almost ballistic, like bullets that just like shoot down. All of these like clearways here between the trade district and the Squalors are always cleared first. But no one really cares about the Squalors, so it's almost as like this mountain of hard packed ice, and just people just they chip away at them if they need to. The doors won't open to their little huts and stuff like that. And as you make your way through the Squalors, again it's these like 5-story buildings that had like without planning permission like an extra 5 stories put on them, which is just like wooden huts that have been nailed on top of each other, and they almost like creak and groan. And at one point, like there's like 2 buildings that are 7 stories high that are only held together because they've fallen together and met each other. And so you get there, and Erixium, immediately you see Slippery Sam just sitting there and goes, "Oh, my knees are knackered. Please give me some copper pieces. Oh, so poor. I'm so poor. Please. Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to see you, Sam.
I wish I could say the same.
Oh.
Piddly Pete is my name."
Okay, Piddly Pete. Danui Mano has told me you're guarding an entrance.
I'm sorry, what?
I said Dano has told me you're guarding an entrance.
Is he the guy I talked to like, rah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are you the password?
Show me the fucking entrance, Sam.
Did he give you the password?
Did he give us a password?
Dory?
What?
Dory?
Dory.
Story.
Story.
Or maybe it's Story Bud.
That's
It's not a password.
greeting. That's just a greeting from the
No.
city scales.
Oh, okay.
It's like
He said it a lot. That's why I thought it was
You
the
only go up to
password.
somebody like, "Oh, how are you?" People from large towns and cities go, "What's the story?" It's kind of like the same thing.
Well, you want to get down the sewers.
Thingy Num Num, man.
What the fuck is wrong with this fella? Tingly num num man. What the fuck does that mean?
Scales
He's in
can go
this-
to school.
He's in the sewers, and we're going to go get him.
We're gonna go and have a chat to Elaine and Shirley.
Are you now? Have you got an invitation?
I still
Really wanna
have.
play this game, Sam.
I've
Give me an
kept
intimidation check
one
with
of the-
advantage.
Chains daggers. Can I produce that?
That's not advantage.
You can, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's
so
going to
I'll-
give you advantage.
Yeah, I'll hold that one.
17. Piddly Pete, you can see, like, he's got this sort of, like, rough tarpaulin over his shoulders. And he, I don't know if, like, whips it off. Like, just, like, kind of half throws it over his shoulder like a half cloak thing. And you can see his hand go. This flame just manifests in his hand.
Same.
Yeah, and he looks at Erixium, and he looks at Mazzelu, and he looks at Scales, and goes, "Right."
Yep. As he does it, mine vanish as well.
I'm gonna need the password.
What is the password?
Password is 5 platinum.
The gold.
How about the password is I'll let you keep your manhood.
Well, they don't call me Piddly Pete for nothing. So,
You'll be pissless, Pete.
give me another intimidation check.
As he's doing this,
Standard advantage.
Standard this time.
As he's saying this, I'm going to make the snow and stuff around him just start to bubble off the ground and bounce and lift around Piddly Pete.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I will give you an advantage in that.
Come on, let's
12. I'm gonna roll 20. I'm gonna roll d20 for this guy, and let's just see how he gets on.
You got a bless as well.
I will say, since the fire thing, Ren has not dropped eye contact with this guy either.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. He turns around and he goes, "They're expecting you." Are they expecting you?
How do you think it is we know where this is?
Deception check. They're not expecting you.
Alec told us this is where we're to find the entrance.
I'm going to use a bless on that. Just a 14 instead.
Okay, it's beats a 10. He's alright. I tell you what. You see that lad that shit himself there?
Which one?
10 feet down the alleyway on the right. The guy covered in cabbages.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, that's not a guy that shit himself. He just, grab his head, whip it up, and you'll see it's a tarpaulin or a thing. You'll figure it out. Now, you're going to find a chute. You're going to need a chute. Jump down it. You're going to find yourself. It's going to be a long slide. And when you get down there, what I need you to do is after 15 seconds, grab onto the ledge. Because if you don't, you're going to end up in level 3. Nobody wants to be in level 3.
This is the second time we've been told no one wants to end up in level 3 about a dungeon.
Do you understand
level 3.
He is telling the absolute truth.
Yeah.
I just love that we both rolled without even saying it.
It's right over there.
So 15 seconds.
What's in level 3?
Oh, I don't know, but my boys won't go down there anymore. There's a whole wealth of gold and magic items and stuff down there. They're too afraid to go down and recollect. Something's manifested itself down there. Many somethings. So,
anybody that go down there come back injured or not come back at all?
They don't come back at all.
Right.
You hear me?
I heard you.
I'm going to kneel down in front of him because he's still sitting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to kneel down.
Really uncomfortable when you do that.
That's okay. I'm not doing it threatening either. Just squatting in front of him. You seem like a man who is able to find out things. Seem to have your little birdies around the place. Wonder if you might garner some information for some coin.
I'm just Piddly Pete. I don't know nothing. All I do is sit here and beg for coin. What kind of stuff you think old Piddly Pete would hear?
I don't know, maybe stuff about an elf revolution, where they might be hiding, where they might be meeting, these kinds of things.
I've got the answer to that question right here. I'll be 2 platinum.
I pick up my coin purse. I like you, Pete. You seem like a good fellow, just trying to make a crust.
My own mum never liked me. You're the first person that ever told me they liked me. And you know what? I don't believe a fucking word of it. So let's get over the bullshit. You give me the coin, I'll give you the information.
Well, how about we do this? Not just the information you know now.
We do a little dance, will we?
But everything you find out about this, you make sure it gets back to me.
What about the elves and the war and the terrorists and all that kind of shit?
Seems like you know a lot already.
Penelope hears things. You'd be surprised at how invisible an homeless person and a beggar can be. People don't even see you when they fucking talk. They spill their guts around you.
This is exactly why I want to employ you, because I know exactly what you're capable of. And that, my friend, is why I like you. Because you can do something for me, and I can do something for you.
What you
and I put 50 gold in his hand.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage +5.
Oh.
And I'm just saying, to finish that off, we'll call this a down payment for things you might be able to make me aware of before they happen, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
And so a 7, a natural 20 for a 25, +5, you said? So a 30?
30. Fucking narrative dice, man. Fuck me.
I live for narrative dice.
Same.
I'm the king of bad rolls. So when I get that one, when I get them nat 20s, they're
Always
always
narrative.
right in the right place. Always.
So he brings you over. He brings you over to he takes your 50 gold and he's like, and you can see his eyes light up with this avaricious glow. This like just there's nothing pure about this. He is a greedy, selfish, and you can tell he's a bad person. And I'm going to move you over back to Artex. He brings you over and he goes, I'll show you the way in. I'll show you the way in. There's things down there, though. There's things down there you don't ever see. And he pulls back what looks like, so he walks to this like sort of like this rotting pile of of broken crates and what smells like rotten fruit and just this like this huge collection of refuse, and he grabs the edge of it and lifts it up, and it is all of this stuff that has been stuck to a tarp, and you can see now. And as he looks over at you, he goes, "Here he is," and as he lifts it up, you hear this noise, and you see these pink tendrils. As this thing, I'm gonna drop it out, appears. I'm gonna shift Z it. Thanks, Becca, for the art.
Pentacruel.
It's a horror flump.
Grabs its tendrils around him. And it emits this like horrific, almost as if like every single fear this man ever had came through at the same time, wraps him around, and just drops down this chute.
I'm gonna grab him and go with him.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Like,
Okay, and then I dive in.
you can certainly. So you jump down.
I'm gonna jump on my shield, so I slide down.
Right, it is a vertical drop. So, like he said, it was a long vertical drop.
Are we close enough to follow him down?
You guys are on the street, but that's where I think we're going to leave it for tonight.
No.
I ain't never gonna get that info.
My gold.
And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we love you all. And wait till we see what happens in the next one in 2 weeks' time. Love you all. Please tune in for episode 3.
3 of the Son of Citadel.
The Son of Citadel. We love you all. See you soon.
Be seeing you.
See you soon, guys.